Hi there, it's Wade McMaster from CreatorImpact.com. Today I'm going to be talking about the secret to an awesome web design. Now you're probably wondering what an awesome web design is, what I mean by that in terms of this video. Well, a lot of people are thinking that when they start to build their website, they get really caught up in the craftsmanship. They want to try and either get as much fancy stuff on there as they can, cool animations and fancy effects and maybe parallax scrolling and like pop-ups and all this awesome stuff on their website. And sometimes it gets a bit overwhelming. And on the other angle, sometimes people try to promote a whole bunch of things on their website. Like, they try to go, okay, well, we're going to promote this and this and this and this and this other thing and the other thing and the other thing. And I want to put them all up here and I'll make sure everyone can see them. And it's just, it sounds great in theory because people are thinking we need the website to do all these wonderful things. But the problem is there's only so much a website can do, and it's actually really over the top when you approach a web design like that. So in this video I'm going to discuss pretty much three main things you need to be concerned with when you're designing a website, and basically why you should be focusing on those things. The first one is purpose. What is the actual purpose of the website? Now, like I said before, sometimes people want to have way too many calls to actions on their page. The problem is that doesn't really work. What you need to do is define your primary purpose of the website. So that number one thing, the reason why you actually have the website in the first place. So if you're a small business, maybe it's just for people to simply get on the phone and give you a call because you're a plumber and you want people to be able to find you, contact you nice and easily. If you're a blog, which most people watching this video probably are, if you're running a blog, then maybe it's to simply get them to subscribe to your email newsletter, which is usually if you're blogging and you're content marketing in general, email newsletter is pretty much what I recommend because it allows you to sort of create that connection and keep sending things back and forth. But you need to really work out what that primary thing is. If you're a blog, I would say it's an email newsletter. If you're not interested in an email newsletter, maybe it's just to sell a product, or maybe it's to get them to maybe share a post on social media to drive more people to that post, or whatever it is. What you need to do is work out what that primary thing is and make sure that that's what you focus on getting people to do when they're on your website. So that's the first one, is what is the purpose of your website? Number two is you want to establish yourself. Tell people who you are, what you do, and do it in a very simple, straightforward way. This is where a lot of the visuals and design comes in, because you don't want to necessarily be hitting people with your bio the second they land, because it's not really necessarily what they're there for. You want to make sure that with your design you present yourself as clean and professional, because if you want to come across as clean and professional, you need a clean and professional design. If you want to come across as established, solid branding, making sure everything is neat and in its place but not sort of looking to grab too much attention, trying to be really just nice and balanced with your design, and also putting a few trust elements in there so people actually know they can trust you and your website. Things like a photo of you if it is a blog. If you're a business, having a photo of the actual building or the staff, things like that. It actually helps build trust because people realize that this is a website about actual people, run by actual people, and not just some scam that someone's trying to put up. So that's the second thing that I want you to focus on, is making sure you establish with the audience who you are and basically that they can trust you. So establish who you are, that's number two. Number three is to give people what they want. You need to figure out what people want and deliver it. It's as simple as that. So when you're trying to get someone on your website to look at a post, a blog post you've written, or a video that maybe you've put up, then you want to make sure that you're cutting to the chase, making sure that they can see that post or see that video straight away. You don't want to actually have your navigation and all these bits and pieces above it so it pushes everything sort of below the fold. You want your content to be above the fold so when people land, they see it straight away, they go, yep, this is what I want. Because what you're trying to do essentially is you're trying to combine these three things together. You're trying to make sure that when people land, you're giving them exactly what they want straight up. They're going to see what they want and go, oh, this is exactly what I came here for, and they're not just going to leave straight away. When you give people what they want and they're happy, then they start to become happy with you. Now, when you back this up with establishing who you are and being trustworthy, having a good, clean design, nice branding, and all the trust elements in place, then they start to go, oh, wow, this is really good content. Oh, also seems like a pretty reputable sort of website or business. And then that's when you hit them with that purpose, which is your call to action, which is, sign up for the email newsletter, share this content online, whatever it is that you want to do, or give us a call if you have a leaky tap where a plumber will send out a plumber to come and fix your tap. So you basically want to combine those three elements. You want to give people what they want so that they get what they want, they're happy. You want to then focus on telling them who you are, establishing that you are reputable and trustworthy. And 3, you want to funnel them to your call to action. So the purpose of your website. Because if a lot of people out there start websites and they just sort of think, well, get the information up there, we'll be found on Google and that'll be that. But without that clear path, those 3 steps that help you to get from A to B to C to get that customer doing exactly what it is you want. If you want to refer them as a customer, could just be a reader. Maybe you're not even a business. Maybe you just want to expand your reach online. But if you don't have that in place, then it just becomes this sort of weird, this kind of useless website that's sort of sitting there with information on it. So I just wanted to let you know about those things. So trying to make sure you have a good, clean design, give people their content, and go from there. So ultimately, just try to sit down and think. Next time that you are redesigning a website or you're doing a website for yourself, whatever it is, a blog, try to think about those things, and if it doesn't fit in there, ask yourself if you really need it. You want to make sure that you're really trying to create a plan, because it's when you're building something like a website, you need to go, okay, what boxes do I need to tick? You don't want to have too many because it becomes almost impossible, because things will contradict each other. But if you try to make it simple, just really focus on these main things, then you can really go, okay, every time you put something in place, you go, I think this works, and you can run your eye over it and go, does it give people what they want? Yes. The design just simply delivers the content. It does what it needs to do. Does it tell people who I are? Yes, the branding is there. Yes, everything looks this way. Okay, study. Oh, wait, that kind of gets in the way. That actually kind of distracts people and takes people off site. I want to remove that because that distracts from my call to action. So you go, okay, what about the call to action? Maybe I place it in the content somewhere. Maybe I place it at the bottom of the page, and then maybe in the sidebar if I have a sidebar. So I start to put things in the right places, and that way when you're looking at your website as a whole, you can use those 3 criteria to think, will this be effective? So that's basically all I wanted to talk to you about today. Just a nice, quick and easy video, just a little bit of advice, something for you to think about. And of course, I've got more info like this coming out on YouTube, more info on my channel if you want to go and check it out. If you like the video, please give it a like. And if you want more like this, like I said, check out the channel, or please subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below, or even hit that bell icon to get notifications. And yeah, I hope you found that useful, and I hope to talk to you again next time. See you later.